bring the kids inside, and I need to think. Because if I go off impulse...
Yeah.
That's scary as Hey, what you just said is already scary.
He's gonna kill the whole family.
I'm gonna do something that's not gonna be beneficial long term. It might be beneficial short term.
See, he's gonna kill the whole family.
So first of all, I'm gonna tell you guys about this thing that happened, but we need to hear from Bart immediately after to see if you would do the same thing.
Okay. Why me?
Don't bias the answer.
Because I think you're the only a real dad in the room.
Oh, thank you.
What the fuck, dude?
That's controversial.
All right, so check it out. There's a father in Idaho, okay? He's with his 2 young daughters in the backyard. They spot a guy, the neighbor next door, at his window, jerking it in full view.
Jesus Christ.
To these little girls.
So he's got his dick up on the windowsill. Think about this.
Yeah.
He's got his dick all the way up on the windowsill.
And then it's hitting the window glass.
Yeah, it's hitting
the pain is like vibrating.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even feel good for him.
Dick's hitting the fucking glass.
Or it does.
Yeah, so he's doing that, looking down their kids. The father files a police report.
Oh, no police. Okay, well.
He files a police report about the incident, and it's almost like the cops are ignoring it. No charges are filed or anything, so he gets really upset. And he starts to think that, like, hey, they're just gonna let this go. They're not gonna do anything about it. So what does he do? He grabs his gun, breaks into the house, and he wipes out their entire family.
Oh, that's too much.
Whoa.
He kills that dude.
That's too much.
He kills the both parents and another 16-year-old son.
Wow.
What if they were all victims of him being a bad guy? That's too much.
So really, it's too much? This is usually what you guys pitch is for what we should do.
Erase his whole bloodline.
Too much.
No, I never touched the family.
No, you don't think so?
Family, no.
They should kill his family, the family before that.
Yeah,
Wait, so that's
Second family, second cousins.
That's not something you do?
I don't touch the family like that. No.
Tie a rope, stone, get 2 horses, and run the opposite.
What would you do,
You
Bart?
solve that situation.
I never thought of that.
You said that before. I've been next to
I've
you.
been here when you say that.
You know, you tie a rope to, a guy's limbs, and then you take 2 horses and make them run the opposite
That's
way.
from fucking Bobby's World or something.
I've heard you guys say that.
Everybody in this room has said that.
Yeah, at least Kalyne said it once.
That's from
I say it all the time.
DuckTales.
What's the correct reaction then?
Okay, if I saw that, I think the first thing I would do is probably bring the kids inside, and I need to think. Because if I go off impulse,
Yeah.
That's scary as fuck. Hey, what you just said is already scary as fuck.
Bart gets his thinking share.
because I can't have.
He's gonna kill the whole family.
I'm gonna do something that's not gonna be beneficial long term. It might be beneficial short term.
See, he's gonna kill the whole
If I go, if
family.
I just like let's say beat the fuck.
That's the whole thing.
That is so scary. I need to sit and think because I don't trust myself.
Because if I just go and just beat the fuck out of him, I'm like, he's still my neighbor. He's literally my neighbor, you know. So I gotta go like maybe I gotta figure out plans to move first.
Okay.
Oh, path of least resistance.
I didn't move. I need to and then I come back later.
Oh, okay.
But I gotta because you know when you want to plan a crime, you gotta find the destination and reverse engineer your way back.
Well, because you don't want to be caught.
Yeah, so I don't want to beat the fuck out of my neighbor, and then my neighbor beat the fuck out of me. Now I go to jail. Now he keeps jacking off in front of Taika for the next 20 years, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's not smart. So I'm like, I need to get out of the situation first, but then I'll always remember what happened,
Okay.
and then I'll figure out how to. So I gotta go think. That's my first thing.
Think. Okay.
You could, if he's just out in the open, you can just record, dox it, and then let the internet have them, because they'll go fucking hard.
That's one way.
Wouldn't
for
my
sure.
page just get flagged for fucking having a guy jacking off?
Yeah, and you'd be flagged for bullying.
Really?
Would that be bull? I mean,
Like if
You can't put someone else jacking off. You could put yourself.
ghost account.
Yeah, but isn't it like public indecency? Like, wouldn't that?
Yeah, that's illegal, isn't it?
Was he beating it to he's a guy, right? He's beating it, right? Is he beating it to a daughter or a son?
Daughters.
He has 2 daughters.
Okay, that's different then.
See, that's what I gotta think. Because if I just jump to my IG,
Yeah.
let's say it does go viral, now everyone knows where I live too.
Not your personal account.
Well, on a if it's a ghost one, I don't know if people would actually care. Like, there's no what's the stakes? There's like, oh, he's one of the millions of people that beats people's neighbors.
Right.
There's a lot of people that care.
Yeah.
Yeah, you post that shit like on 4chan or whatever, like they go.
That's a big deal.
But wouldn't they also know that?
They'll triangulate the location and.
But they also triangulate me.
They'll
Yeah,
find
but
you
they'll-
from the type of bush that's growing in your area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be visible. So like I would have to leave first.
Oh, because then now that guy knows that you recorded it. So then now it's like you didn't finish the job because he's still alive.
Or if people come and like, let's say they want to like, I don't know, fucking swat his house or whatever, they're gonna be like, oh wait, the angle was from that house. Let's go meet that guy.
And then say, hey man, you're a hero.
And they're gonna come find out and know who I am and all. Like I don't want too much publicity like that.
Yeah, it is a lot of unwanted activity.
That's why I gotta go think before I make a move.
My thing is, I don't know, even no matter where the fuck I am, I don't know who the DA is. So I'm already like,
that's
they'll
true.
just arrest me, whatever. Even this is fucking Idaho, by the way, and he didn't trust the cops. Now imagine you're in Portland or California or some shit.
Oh God, yeah.
Like, awful. This is Idaho,
Right.
brother.
Yeah.
This is like when polls close, the Republican wins in like 2.5 seconds. Kind of shit.
Yeah.
So now it's like, what the fuck is going on in Idaho? So I'm like, all right. My whole thing is, I would just immediately call the cops, make sure there's a police report, and then I would just do some shit about my alarm system because I'm not gonna assault this guy and go get sued to hell and lose my house or some shit.
Yeah.
I think
about that.
first thing is you gotta get a video of this dude jerking it.
Yep.
Got it. You got it.
That's the first thing.
That's back pocket. That's you figure out what you do with that later. But you
Because even if you don't publicize it, I could blackmail him.
You gotta get evidence. Number one,
Yeah,
get
you just
evidence.
go over, just be like, hey man, come here. And then you show him the video. You want me to show this to your wife? Does she know about this shit?
So I think the family did know.
So they're a family of perverts?
I think so. I think
Or
there's something-
he's been abusing the whole family.
I think that family on the other side, I think they're just trash, and I think he might have confronted them and said something, and they were like defending or some shit.
geez.
So that's why he
he's
felt
jacking
justified.
off all over in front of the house
I
anyway.
think they had like a weird dispute.
Yeah, he probably just has. The whole family just has to die then. You know.
You called it, dude.
I've been here for years.
Just you
I've
turned
been
in the
in this
cul-de-sac.
I had a feeling we'd come back around.
It has to.
then if we're,
You've even been here for years.
if we're gonna go that route, then the first thing we do is we go to Home Depot. We buy a bunch of wooden boards. I board up all the windows and doors, and then I start filling the house with cement from the chimney.
That's expensive.
That's really expensive.
We call fucking C-Mex or whatever that company is.
Bart
and
takes out a loan.
dumping it in there.
And very traceable.
I'm a deals guy. If I was gonna murder everybody, I'd probably do what this guy did. It's way cheaper.
5 for 1.
I mean, all he did was take his gun, break into the house.
But then now what? He's in jail now.
That's the sad part. Is like now you're just out of your kid.
Yeah.
He's facing life in prison.
Shit.
Like he's not gonna be in his child's life.
Yeah, that's why I got to reverse engineer everything. I'm like,
Arson, bro.
what's the craziest crime I'm
Turn
gonna
the gas
do?
line on.
Arson, bro.
Yeah, do I need to flee the country or like what the fuck am I gonna do?
How much is a match? But sometimes you gotta do it 1, 2, 3.
How much is a
and it
matchbook?
just
A matchbook.
You get a hose, you put it in your exhaust, and you put it into the window of the house, and then you just let it run, dude, while they're sleeping.
Poisoning, yeah.
Then they like, oh, we see you with the hose, fucking 500 feet of hose.
But it's like a real small hose, like a real tiny hose.
a real tiny hose.
That makes sense why he killed the whole family. Because he went over to confront, and then they all.
That does change things.
I think they
he's
were like a trashy
Then
family.
it's like, oh yeah, it's like, okay, you're all complicit in this fucking weird shit.
And then he just went in there and massacred the entire family.
Bro, that's fucked.
That's pretty fucking.
That's crazy.
And now your daughter doesn't or your son doesn't have you.
Yeah.
See, that's why you can't be too impulsive.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Feels good now is not good long term.
But that's so crazy that the cops didn't do anything.
That too.
You know, crazy in Idaho too.
Yeah, right?
Idaho,
Like,
bro.
I would imagine they don't take, like, they take that stuff very
I
seriously.
imagine they don't take kindly. Is that what you're gonna say?
They don't take kindly to kindly.
Nope,
I
that's
had-
not what I was gonna say at all.
I had two.
Get out of my head, Steve.
I had 2 detective homies during the whole defund the police movement. They went straight to Idaho because they knew that was like the place where they actually respect cops the most. So it's like really crazy.
But even then, though, if you think about the technicality, right? They call the police and they say, this guy's jacking off. That's it?
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Public indecency? Like, you know, it's like...
They're like, I'm jacking off. What do you want me to do?
So it makes it this...
What do you- hey, book
the
me.
police dispatch.
Hey, Ted, this guy's complaining about jacking off. I'm jacking off.
Hey, don't we all do it in here? Hey, don't we all do it in here? What's happening?
Hey, Chief, come lock me up too, huh?
Citizens arrest.
I'm gonna handcuff myself. I can still jack off.
Hey, sorry, we're too busy arresting each other over here for jerking it. We're gonna be a little busy.
Yeah,
this
who
guy
knows,
gets
man?
offended.
A couple of wise guys.
But that is definitely
Hopefully that's
one of the details is that the father felt like there was never going to be any justice for what happened.
You know, that's actually the number one purpose of the justice system for us.
To catch jerkers.
No, it's to third party
Prevent vigilantism.
yeah, for like revenge and stuff. So you have a completely different system that is supposed to take care of these things so that we don't have people coming in killing each other off, because it's like eye for an eye. Like if we keep doing it, it's gonna be family feuds.
So the police wrote the police report, and it's the DA that didn't want to prosecute, or like
It's unclear. They just know that it was like it got shelved.
just did nothing.
Yeah.
Well, some of those things are really
All
tricky
the
though.
details of him calling the cops and it is a file, but it just never got acted on. Yeah.
Because what can they charge him on?
He's in his house, right?
I mean, he's jerking it towards kids. That's it's exposing yourself to a minor.
Yeah, I thought that was illegal.
It's a charge. It's an actual. It's illegal.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
It's called jerking it towards kids.
You can't even do it on Omegle.
It's a statute.
That is also kind of sad when like the crime doesn't match your emotion.
The drapes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like when someone's jerking it towards the kids, it's like a fucking visceral response, right?
Yeah.
But then if someone were to write it down, it's like, oh, he was just masturbating in the window in front of minors. Then it's like, what is that? Oh, 2 weeks in jail? But like, wait, what the fuck? Those are my fucking kids, though.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't match. I guess.
And someone that gets caught with a piece of crack does like 10 years.
Yeah.
But a guy that jacks off in front of kids gets out in 2 weeks.
That's towards
It's the
kids.
proportionate, like,
That's
yeah.
fucking weird.
What's up with the sex offender stuff then? He doesn't get put on a list or something?
See, that's
That
the thing
should be.
that's what he wanted. He
Yeah.
wanted all these things to happen where now he can't live in certain areas. Like, he wants the guy to pay what he's supposed to pay.
Yeah.
But
You
it
can't just
didn't
be
happen.
jerking off in a window like
Well,
that.
that's
happened, and
why
then
the
it
justice
happened.
system can't fail. Because if it can't fail, then people feel
People take it
unjustified.
for
Yeah. So now they have to go and fucking kill.
That was a big, as we say here, an oofy doofy.
That is a newfie and a doofy, for sure.
It was a moochie.
He definitely doofy.
But like at the same time, like, oh, actually, I was gonna say I can't blame him, but I can.
No, go ahead. We'll end on that note. Go ahead.
Nick says you can't blame him for jerking
You're
towards
talking.
kids. That's what Nick
You're talking about the jerker, right? This guy.
That's what Nick says.
This guy, right?
That's what Nick Dunn says.
Not the masturbator.
He was my friend, but I don't really know him very well.
You guys saw it. You guys saw
I
yourself.
only-
Nick was going like this.
I didn't really know Nick. I knew him just during JK shoots, so yeah, I don't know.